By the grace of Allah, appointed the chairman of council and pro-chancellor. With me is the vice chancellor, who is well known internationally. I'm sure you know Imam Ahmad. He's I call him Imam in diaspora because if he's not in Lagos, he's in Ilorin. If he's not in Ilorin, he's in London or he's in New York. I track his movement because he's somebody that you should track his movement. To get him to come here has been, but we need him to come here too, so that you can see. And it's been quite a good journey. We've got good quality staff. We have a good vice chancellor, who is a professor of mechatronics. Now, I didn't know that before until when we recruited him. And he's been able to do some fantastic things in terms of artificial intelligence, robotics, and so on and so forth.
Professor,
yes.
It's good.
Yes, I think he knows him.
So we want to see, what actually kind of done, because my PhD is in innovation management. Oh, excellent. So which is meaning, because in the future wise, this is one of the area the people should look at it. It's artificial intelligence. So in the future wise, this is what actually the life they are doing on. So it means actually nobody will work, with their hands. Everything will go to be systematic between the countries. Who said that one day we will have a flight, they will take us up? I remember the first day they brought us electronics there in Sharjah. And our family, they were scared to come to the school.
Yes.
Wallah, they were scared actually to come in. They preferred because it was, like they saying this is a new thing.
Yes.
So nobody had in his mind this changes what we are seeing today. Today nobody can live without electricity. Before people was living without electricity.
Yes.
The one phone it was that size. So this is not a surprise, but only things. So what you will prepare for that? And what you will prepare? And to be honest with you, Madam, you taught him because he's the most leading person that can be affect the new generation, and instead just to come and study, should give them knowledge. Even today, future, we don't need it. I have a hospital now. We are trying to change. Everything can be operated by Japan. Doctor there, everything by robotic. No need doctor to be in the theater. Everything by robotic. He can
surgery.
He can control. In Singapore also implemented. So he can do the surgery, with a robotic. The accuracy, it's accuracy 99.9%.
Yes, accurate. Yes, that's right.
So this is what I'm saying. The future-wise, no need. Even now, telemedicals came in.
Yeah.
So just send them whatever you have, and you get the subscription. No need actually to go to visit the wards. So this is the future.
It's scary.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. And knowledge, and Sheikh he knows. الحديث there is 3 حديث صحيح متوالي ضعيف means no one knows from where it came and who said it. المتوالي they say we from which is sometimes it can be accepted by man, sometimes cannot be accepted. حديث الصحيح for it. So usually better to go with the hadith.
We can have someone to make it.
Yes, without taking too much of the time, we thank you first and foremost for granting us the audience. We were supposed to meet on Friday, but Allah has his ways, you know, because I was anxious that he will go to lead a prayer somewhere, and then Friday in Lagos is not the best day, and because it's in between, so it's not Thursday, it's not Friday. So we thank you very much for granting us the audience, and you know I've been here before, so I spoke to him after I told her, I said, see, Yoruba culture requires that you inform somebody, so it doesn't look like you are taking advantage. And she said, no problem, I know you very well, you can. So I was surprised today when we came downstairs, she was being led by, I think, him and somebody else. Yeah. So this is the creed, the benefit of Islam. And we in Summit, we are Saudin, or Saudin is the oldest Islamic society, religious society in Nigeria, 1923. And the Imam is here. I think this year we're doing the centenary, so he will invite you for that one.
This is for Muslims. Even we have in Burkina Faso, is it right? Zaid. We make it like Zaid, languages and we change it. Totally we change it. So this for the name should be chosen for everyone. No matter who's inside.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a proper direction. Otherwise you say Islam is great. Islam, people remember they should send and this is little bit sensitive. I don't know, Sheikh, what do you think?
Yeah, sometimes like that because of the hadith of the Prophet, so for strategic reasons sometimes we do it. It's just like you were talking about fiqh the other time. There is something that is maslaha in one environment, it's mafsada in another environment.
Yes.
And it depends on the interpretation of those who have knowledge. However, the challenge could be that sometimes the Muslims themselves feel marginalized when they are dealing with fellow Muslims, because it appears that even non-Muslims have more advantage.
Yes.
And this is what we are always very cautious about. There should be a way that Muslims should not suffer disadvantage because of their identity. We're not saying this should be to the disadvantage of non-Muslims, but sometimes it is to the disadvantage of Muslims themselves. Once we can manage it, it's fine. It's fine. Very fine.
But what I have also noticed is that among the Muslim women here, particularly in the Southwest, the concept of empathy, of solidarity with the poor is absent. And most of our organizations are not engaged in social welfare activities to take the interest of the poor Muslims into account. And that's another way I see deepening gap between us the elites and the poor. And that is why it is very, very difficult in terms of strengthening the bond among us and the poor. People are being slow to go elsewhere where these things are provided.
I agree with you, sir, but you see, the point is really this, that Christians, especially in Nigeria, have a lot of institutions outside of this country supporting them directly. The United States is supporting them, the UK is supporting them, France and Germany is supporting them openly.
The Vatican.
is supporting them.
Yeah, but
I'm just leading up to something.
yeah.
Now, not only in terms of physical structures, but also in terms of building their human and intellectual capacities. Now, clearly the Muslims suffer a disadvantage in these fields. Now, the only small opening that we have with brother Muslim countries, now I do understand that our Muslim brothers, our Muslim countries are also trying to be very careful because they will tag them that they are supporting only fellow Muslims. Now that means they are halving, or sometimes they are pushing us to the disadvantage from a source we should benefit. We cannot access funds. I know there are a lot of funds in the U.S. consulate for religion that we Muslims cannot access. For a combination of reasons. Now, but there are funds in Saudi Arabia, funds in U.A.E, funds in Kuwait, funds in Qatar, that non-Muslims could access. And that even Muslims will find it challenging from accessing. And that's what seems to explain the phenomenon that you're describing, that Muslims are not into social welfare and so on and so forth. Because whatever they are able to contribute within, whatever resources they are able to source, they direct it to projects. And they do not have, and I'll give you examples. Now the Catholic Church, for instance, has outreach so many. In Faloma, there is a church in Faloma. Twice a week, they give food to the poor. And somebody wants to do it, but we do not have resources. And we do not have, the kind of support we have required. Now, if, for instance, the U.A.E gives support to Ansarudin to feed the poor, now the Christians will also come, okay, you are discriminating against us. So if they have $100 to give us, chances are that they will split the $100 into two and give Christians 50, give us 50, changing us.
So I agree with you, but the point I'm making is that I've traveled extensively in Southern Africa and Southwest Africa, where the Muslim community face the same problem, and yet they live up to the challenge. So why are we not doing so here?
I'm sorry, Prof, I can explain.
Yeah.
Yes, I know he's anxious to make his own presentation,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
that is also
let's
very
look at that.
important and very enlightening. I would tell you, in South Africa, for instance, they have a very vibrant Muslim community. They are less than 1% of the population. There is this.
They are about five. They are about five now.
Now, okay, let's even say that 10%.
West Africa is 85. West Africa? Muslims community.
In South Africa, yeah.
South Africa. West Africa.
West Africa.
Yes.
West Africa.
Yes, West Africa.
With you have 350 million.
That's right.
So 85 to 90% they are Muslims.
Exactly. You find people doing very well when they are minorities. If you go to the US, you find a Nigerian community, they are doing excellently well because they are a minority. The Nigerians are doing better in the diaspora than they are doing at home. And there are sociological and anthropological explanations for that. So, and that's really the explanation why you think Muslims in Nigeria, in spite of our numerical strength, we're not doing as much.
Okay, great. So, Your Excellency, before, first we have the presentation, but you just mentioned that you've done the cultural center. Is it possible we have a mini cultural center in the university in Ogbon?
We can, you see, we'll show you what we done, the concept. Now we are just waiting for the land to be come in, and we will see how it goes. Just to have a little bit idea how we done it. We done it This is our concept.
No, this is good. This can only be in Lagos. But we need a small one in Offa.
Okay, this is really what we've done actually. It's not only cultural center. We make like innovation, that fit inside because we need to make it like something with the conferences, with the classes. Because what happened here, as Sheikh mentioned, we find out all the Muslim people, they want to teach their son and kids after the school. Arabic, what will they asking? They say they're going to Somalia, to Sudan, and they say and they are coming back with a different type of
I don't know, yeah.
identity. So to change that, keep them in house, let the Christian and Muslim, let them just study one languages, let the Christian to know about your culture, about Islam's in a good way, instead just to feed them Islam, At the same time, our people, let them to come and study also African languages. How you will, know Africa without knowing the languages in the country? So this is going to be like an exchange hub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually.
It's part of what we are putting for the presentation.
Yeah.
Exchange for knowledge, exchange for Arabic, exchange for collaboration. It's part of the presentation. I have the hard copy here. I'll give to Your Excellency. But
See, it's
You know,
a
it's-
Cultural exchange.
yes, okay.
Yes, yes.
It's like this cultural center is big. Can we have a mini cultural center?
Let us start with the one now.
Okay. So I can get the visit to make his presentation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yeah, let me start by congratulating the U.A.E. for the successful launch of the space plane in 2 months. That's a very good achievement that was recorded less than 1 hour ago. May Allah continue to bless the country and bless the people. We watched the short interview by Sarah Babeli, the chair of the center, and we were motivated to actually take that way. And during the course of my presentation, they will see what we are also doing along that way. 2 things motivated us. A female leading that such a space center, and 2, successful launch. How many attempts have people made in the past? And not mostly, some may not even be successful. But before going further, the question was asked that AI and what's the future of humanity? The future of humanity is going back to what Allah told the angel, and that I'm going to create Fatiha and Consular to worship me. When we don't have work to do, we don't have something to do, then we are left to the worship of Allah, which was why Allah created us. So AI is to assist us to achieve nothing but what Allah has had intention for us. So Ansaruddin is the association that gave back to Solid University. The chairman mentioned we have nothing less than 300 primary and 7 schools. And we have had president that have been championing it. And here this afternoon, we shall be talking about Solid University. This is a university that is into what you are doing, innovation management. At Summit University, our vision is what? Developing innovations and inventions that will be changing the way we live in our community, the way we defend our nation and work. I'm happy, though Alaji is saying that may he not be. We are already in the 4th industrial revolution. That the way we eat, the way we talk, the way we do everything is already changing. Why do we need a PA again? Personal assistant with chat GPT? Just dictate and you have everything. But our vision at Summit University is for the advancement of learning and the acquisition of sound education enriched with good moral. That's exactly what we do at Summit University. And then what we have also been graduating students in skills. It's not just about certificate only. And luckily, we also teach drone, which was when I was so happy when I heard about the space launch. To me, that's a wonderful success to the Muslim Ummah, not only to U.A.E. So about energy, clean energy, about AI, and most importantly, females empowerment. When you see that, zone building and piloting, that's where we are going. And then 1 month in massive artificial intelligence, because that's just the language now. AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, doing everything. And then disruptive technology. As of today, we use block and distributors, but now in the next 2 years or so, we will be printing our house to live. There won't be need for masonries and rest. What you just have is 3D experts and then IT experts in construction. And now, and we are going to even be organizing summer classes.
You know, we have in Dubai.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the last
Yes,
going nothing.
yes, yes.
We have in
Lab,
yeah, we had it.
yes. I know about it a lot.
Yeah, and now Japan is going to that 5D. Huh?
5D, yeah. So in the last few months, we have been in some of our achievements about grants from United Kingdom and rest, and then basically for female and child empowerment, and you can see training people on the use of AI, and also going back to unified secondary schools. We were at Nigerian Tulip International College, we are at the Greater Heights Academy, about that, and a lot of sensitization on the community about grant and this. And luckily, we have our board chairman, and also our erudite council chairman, who is the head of this delegation, and our management team. We have almost everybody here, but with that, and then the summit advancement below that have been championing this, and then we have others ones. But let me just quickly tell you about our computer science, some of our programs. This is an overview of some of our programs that we presently have, but just look at our computer science, very detailed on AI, cyber security, robotics, data science, and we have College of Humanities also, Arabic, Islamic study, and so on, and then we have College of Management and Social Sciences. However, in this century, it's not only about certificate. We talk about skills. We have 7 skills that have been championing: financial literacy, clean and renewable energy because of energy transition, family and leadership skill. As you mentioned, people don't want to get married again, but we need to solve that problem. So we have a course, skill on family. And even after getting married, the divorce rate have been so high. So how do we solve that? So, and then AI as a skill, language. AI is going to be the language. And also, most of us have been asking, which I also want to, though I'm not empowered to say that when our sheikh is here, during the time of Noah, Prophet Noah, Allah used water to maybe end everything. During the time of Prophet Lut, fire and blaze. During our own time, perhaps technology, STEM, artificial intelligence is there. So that's why it's important. And how do we transfer academic certificate to business? That's what our entrepreneurship. And then history, heritage, and storytelling. I was so happy listening to talk now about history, and so we also champion that Islam and global situation. So student life on campus have been so good. We have 2 clubs and that, and then some of our facilities are there. But part of why we are here is that about 2 years ago, we were to visit U.A.E. for International ICT Fair. Although we were unable, I think a lot of things happened. So we will want to also be participating. And then, why are we majorly here to support you? We are here to seek support, collaboration for the university. So the first one we should have talked about has to do with the culture, is Arabic and Islamic Cultural and Digital Humanities Center. And then when you watch this video, let me see. Okay, I think it's not coming with the audio here. Okay, so yeah.
And understand. That's why we're seeking your support to set up an Arabic and Islamic Cultural Center and Digital Humanities Center at the Arts of Summit University of Far. With a Digital Humanities Center, we can develop technology that can preserve and promote cultural heritage, protect human rights, and promote social justice. But we can't do this alone. We need your support to make this happen. Your contribution can help us cover the cost of construction, equipment, and other expenses associated with the center. With your support, we can create a space that celebrates our diversity and promotes diplomatic understanding. Summit University of Kwara State, Nigeria.
So we are felt about that. Also about our artificial intelligence lab, we have a lot of universities in U.A.E. that are basically into AI. So we also want to deepen our understanding, just like your country, and especially in 3D. And then when you look at this video also,
in today's fast-paced world, technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate, and we believe that the future belongs to those who can harness the power of artificial intelligence, robotics, and drone technology. It is on this premise that we intend to facilitate collaboration and linkages with universities and organizations in the United Arab Emirates that specializes in STEM and UAV technology. By doing this, we can exchange knowledge, share ideas, and develop cutting-edge technology that can benefit not only our students but also the wider community. With your support, we can develop drones that can help us tackle some of the biggest challenges facing the society, such as delivering medical supplies to remote areas, monitoring wildlife, and conducting surveys that can inform policy decisions. With your collaboration, we can develop groundbreaking technology that can change the world.
so when we also just go a little bit further, you will see part of what we have here to offer, and then why we are seeking collaboration here. Just a minute, it seems that's one good thing about technology. At times, you have to, that's why the human side comes in. Now it has, I think, frozen, so we may need to actually refresh. So just a minute, by clicking again, you should be able to go back to the previous slide. Okay. Let's check it. Escape there. Escape. Yeah. That is just one good thing about technology. At times, human side has to be there. Let me see. She's not responding from here. Just a minute. Duplicate the slide. Okay, you may have to manually touch it from there. So, but yeah, play it there. Casting it again. It's not from here. Just press it from there. Okay, it's not touch screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 65. So, a quick one. Okay, yeah, it's nice. Okay, excellent. Just a minute. Duplicate. It's not duplicate.
So, bro,
Yes,
I want
sir.
to ask you something.
Okay, please
What
go
is
ahead.
your expectation from our side?
Okay, thanks a lot for asking.
I'm a businessman, by the way.
Yeah.
Not about what, really, I'm a businessman. They knows me. I'm very straightforward and a businessman myself. I have a group company and very. So, what is your expectation from our side?
Okay, expectation. Very easy.
You have a knowledge now.
Yeah.
I can see that you have a knowledge. You have know-how. You have a team. You have a board director. So, what is your expectation in terms of support? So, where do you want actually us to come in?
Thanks a lot for that. We have also highlighted that we want you to come in terms of equipment donation, the digital and humanity, and staff exchange and student exchange, and then facilitation and collaboration between our universities and universities.
So, you know what I need from your side.
Yeah.
See, you are teaching people this, but I need this teaching and technology and mind you have to go back to the community. So what I need from you, build for us a system, a lab, we call it lab, production lab, to take the people necessary from this country, society, because they have electrical issues, gas issues, water issues, you know. So let your student to come up with the idea to change this idea that's more to the product and sell those to the community. So if you can build that lab, build it, what we can come in and we support in that lab, because we need in the end of the day this lab to produce product which can affect the community. I will tell you a small example. Yesterday I was watching in a movie, you know, in certain place in American Latin.
Yeah.
You know, they are turning on the electricity. You saw that? With the
Yeah.
water, sea
Yeah.
water?
Yeah.
The sea water.
Yes. Yes. I saw.
And that one can be worked for 5 days, huh?
Yeah.
Without electricity. And can turn small.
Yeah.
So this is one of the idea is missing. Because in the end of the day, you know, yani, people sending because you know it's good actually to help the society back. Yani, this knowledge to be a product instead just to be theory.
Yeah.
Okay. And this way we can help you. So we will say, okay, to U.A.E, they need us to support them to build a map, and this map they will produce, the student, smart student, they will produce product which is will go back to the society. It's not just to throw money for theory. We need, this is to affect the people's life. What the purpose of knowledge if it's not going to affect the people's life? 71. I will talk to you about U.A.E. You know, you are 65, 71. You know, we are all country, but it was different country. Like 71. Our founder Sheikh Zaid, you know what he need from us? Just read and write. I swear. His focus from 71 to 81, just let all the U.A.E. national, without any ages, all those small, just to know how to read and write. Listen. He talking from Quran, Iqra, Bismi Rabbika alladhi. So he talking that. Today we have our own nuclear energy, you know, like engineering. Space, the last space, airspace will be by U.A.E. We have our own. Saudi Arabia, they're doing the same thing. Now the best doctor in the world. If you ask me as a personal, you say, Abdullah, I want to do a treatment, I will tell you go to Saudi Arabia. By whom? By Saudi Arabian doctors. Not by foreign. So yeah, because by them, man, they are the neurosurgery, the heart surgery, anything. You know, even we are U.A.E. National Center, we have, you know, scholar, we send it to them. Our cancer doctor, the best cancer is Dr. Hamid Shamsi. Now it's from U.A.E. So this is what I'm saying, you know, we have to think a way, you know, this university is not a place to send and just to give theory. To be a product will be back to that society.
Exactly.
Here we can make a proposal. We can tell them this donation will go X amount to sponsor that lab, and that lab will be back to society. You know, we have MD Anderson, US, full lab, cancer lab, sponsorship by U.A.E. And this is for free. Contribution from U.A.E. just to treat the cancer people who's coming, you know, they had the cancer, they don't have money to pay, they go to that lab. In Nigeria, Noor Foundation.
No.
How many people we did done the ASAP surgery?
Yeah, we have this eye surgery.
For free, huh?
For free.
Noor Foundation.
Oh, yes.
Ah,
It's a 4 years, something has been extended to 7 years.
is this still on now?
Yeah, in Castina.
But they're going to the towns, they're doing free surgery. Free, no money, no nothing. From U.A.E. Huh? So, yeah, this is now we have Sheikh Mohammed, he signed last week. He signed. We are doing 1 billion meal, huh? 9 million, billion meal. So we need, this is not just to throw the people. This is a donation money. Donation money is like a waqf. Should be instead just to be used for building and construction and theory. Should be used student to come up with the idea where we can take that idea to be a product reasonable for the people to be back.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm assuring you that we are going to get that, and we even had one on PCB. And if you look at it, the whole idea is we train some and they go back to the society to train others. Metering is here. So that's why we focus on knowledge to product. Knowledge to product. You will see it here. Yeah, no? So because everything we do It's about product for the society.
No.
And that's what academpreneurship is all about. So that's also why we are asking for artificial intelligence laboratory, so that on yearly basis we produce what is called 2,000 industry-fitted AI experts that will be developing products. So here are some of the products that we have developed and we are trying to market for the society. So that's part of what we are doing here.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you look at Nigeria, we have energy poverty. Energy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we need to solve that energy, and we can only solve that energy.
Energy,
Water,
food.
Food. Yeah. So we can only solve the energy if everybody can generate little energy to use to supplement the grid. We have a product, and tomorrow, which is on Thursday, we are training people on how to produce printed circuit board, so that we will be manufacturing small energy device. So that's also what we have put together under this section, which has to do with the AI, which has to do.
So how does energy will work? Based on what?
Okay, using solar plate, PV, and the PV, everybody buy inverter, but it's only for the rich. What of my mother that sells and hand 2,000 naira in a day, or on a monthly basis 10,000 naira?
Yeah.
So they must also be able to have energy. So we have come up with a device, and it won't cost more than 250 naira to generate energy to power 2 bulbs in a house. If you want to power more, 4. So that one we move the demand from the national grid away a little bit. So product is what we are focusing on, and we are generating that and also giving back to the society.
That's what I'm saying. We need you to, whenever you propose to us something, we need something to be mentioned. This is you donating.
Yes.
This will go back to the society.
Yeah.
We need to emphasize that.
Yeah.
Because I have to convince the government
Yes.
to contribute. Otherwise, they will never. Yes. For example, for our cultural center, how much budget they put for us? $1 million, yes. Yes. And we are trying now to push it up to 3 million. Yeah. 1 million, they approve it. They say this 1 million, do whatever you want. We need extra. So, it should be something,
But this project is not part of the 1 or 3
No.
Okay.
Also, we collaborate. We also want part of it for collaboration especially being Zaire University of Artificial Intelligence. We have started a bit of action there, and then that Artificial Intelligence and Intelligence System Institute, because by tomorrow we'll be going to our council and we'll be asking for approval to start a faculty of artificial intelligence, so that we'll be graduating students that are ready for today's market, and they'll be able to transform and develop product of this nature that we have from some of your universities. As you said, it's about knowledge to product. We call it K2P. K2P. And that's also what we are doing under the artificial intelligence for clean energy, and then AI for female in STEM. With all this, we will also be able to solve this issue of agriculture in our community, because it's known for cashew and mango. But how do we transform it just from taking it anyhow to product and remove, and at least elevate or remove poverty from the community? So we have heard what you have said, and we are assuring you that we are going to get that proposal across to you. Knowledge to product, and removing ignorance and introducing skills to the community, so that we have a better community where everybody can produce and make the society better. So on this note, we say thank you for listening to us, and we definitely.
Excellency, let me do the twist. This Dubai fair in yes, we worked a lot with the NRTG, but we couldn't make it. And it's an international fair, as you know. We would like to participate, even as observers, and see, because it's also a networking thing, so that we can have a trend. We were supposed to have a booth, if I remember very well.
Yes, sir.
But we said no, the government should make the booth. But we are a private university, so sometimes we cannot work at the frequency of government. We work faster. I would like the next fair, if Summit University can have space, not in terms of exhibition, but participating and then seeing the linkage. Because we believe that in the future, you are doing the right thing with this fair. Everybody comes, they display their products. In fact, there was one product that was displayed about a soldier, a robotic soldier. Okay. So we want to be abreast of what is going on, and that is a collection point. The other one is in Germany, but I don't think it's as big as what you're doing in Dubai. Is there any way we can latch on to that?
Yeah, but now, this is happening every 2 years. It's
Okay.
already done.
Okay.
You're talking about IDEX, in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
And by the way, we've been part actually of IDEX. Because we have a company called it SFC. We are a family company. This is one of the areas which is
Okay. Family company that we can.
no, not family company. It's like a semi-government company.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let us see,
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Like I was introduced, I'm the General Manager of Summit University Advancement Group. And Summit University Advancement Group being an organization established for lifelong financial sustainability and advancement of the university. I would love to revisit the sustaining university, Summit University, via goal of Summit University Advancement Group for Summit University. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. I think we need to round up and say a big thank you. I don't know if you have a flash for that.
Yes.
Is there a time to this?
No.
No. Okay. So this, in a nutshell, is I want to give it to you so that are you doing it? And Prof. This is it. Okay. Prof is going.
He's marrying a new wife.
Look here, on to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let me just say something so we don't forget, because the bottom line, I think, is that the value added that Summit is bringing to this is that instead of approaching education from the conventional social, start the innovative and forward so that we have an energetic group of young faculty who are driving this. I think that is very, very important to emphasize that. That is better than
No, we see, as I said, we are supporting, and this is one of our field actually here, even in our strategy, to support education, because how much we will educate the people, and this is will also affect the society. Honestly, my focus is society wide, because we need anything come to the knowledge. This knowledge to go back to that society. This is where we want to contribute. It's not just to spend money and just at the end the society we try to change the people's life. How will we change it?
Education.
Yes, by education. And university should be back to that, And change the knowledge to the product, and that product will be something reasonable, will go back to the society. Yes.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Imam, do you want to pray for us before we go?
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Preach, don't pray, don't preach. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع الدعاء، ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم، وتب علينا يا مولانا انك انت التواب الرحيم، واهدنا ووفقنا الى الحق والى طريق مستقيم. اللهم حبب الينا الايمان وزينه في قلوبنا وكره الينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان وعبر الطاغوت واجعلنا من الراشدين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. توفنا مسلمين والحقنا بالصالحين. صلى الله على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، السلام على المرسلين، الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you so much, sir. Alhamdulillah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.